So let's talk about the single biggest thing that gets in the way of sounding professional in English. And here's a little spoiler. It's not your vocabulary and it's not your grammar. It's that constant, stressful search for perfection. Today, we're going to shift your focus to the one thing that will actually move your career forward: confidence. Let's dive in.
First up, we need to talk about something I call the perfection trap. It's this idea that you have to be absolutely flawless to be effective. But as you're about to see, chasing perfection is often the very thing that keeps you from being heard and, honestly, from being respected in a professional setting. Okay, take a look at this. It's a super common example. You might say something like, "I am having fear to speak English." Now, people will get what you mean, for sure, but it just sounds a little unnatural, right? A native speaker would almost always say, "I feel nervous speaking English." See, the difference isn't about being wrong. It's about sounding natural, credible, and professional.
So where do these unnatural-sounding phrases come from? Well, it's the #1 mistake that pretty much all language learners make at some point: translating directly, word for word, from your native language. I get it, it feels like it should work, but it's actually the main reason for awkward phrasing, and it's a huge cause of that anxiety we feel when we speak. Okay, so if translating directly is the problem, what's the fix? It all comes down to a really big mindset shift. We need to start putting confidence over correctness. Seriously, this one idea is the key to unlocking your real professional voice. The voice that gets you noticed, the one that persuades people, and the one that shows you're a leader. And here's a little secret. A crucial fact you need to hear. Even native English speakers make mistakes. All the time. Seriously. We mess up grammar, we stumble over our words, we say the wrong thing. The goal of communication isn't to be some perfect robot. It's to connect with another person and get your message across. This should give you permission to be fluent, not flawless. Looking at this really shows you the choice you have. You can live in that old mindset, constantly worried about making a mistake, which, let's be honest, makes you hesitant and quiet. Or you can step into this new mindset we're building today, one that's all about confidence. It's about focusing on getting your point across clearly, period.
If you remember one thing today, let it be this: confidence matters more than perfection. The energy you bring, the conviction in your voice, that is often way more persuasive than having perfect grammar. In a professional setting, how you say something is every bit as important as what you say. It's what makes an idea actually happen.
All right, so we've got the mindset down, but how do we actually do this? This next part is all about action. Let's break down a super simple, practical method I call Think Simple, Speak Clear.
Here it is. Your game plan, in just 3 easy steps. Step 1, you have to consciously stop translating in your head. Step 2, replace that old habit by thinking directly in simple English. And step 3, build your thoughts using short, clear sentences. This method right here, it's your direct path to sounding more professional.
Let's see how this works with a real example. A common slip-up is saying, "I didn't went there yesterday." But when you start to train yourself to just think in simple English, you'll naturally remember the basic rule. After didn't, you just use the simple verb. It automatically clicks and you say the correct and much more professional, "I didn't go there yesterday." No stress.
And that brings us to this incredibly powerful equation: simple equals professional. Think about it. In the business world, clarity is everything. Overly complex sentences just lead to confusion. But short, direct sentences delivered with confidence, that is the absolute hallmark of a great professional communicator.
Okay, we've covered the mindset and we've covered the method. In this last section, let's put it all together and really define your new, confident, professional voice.
So, what are the big takeaways here? First, make practicing simple English part of your daily routine. Second, really shift your focus away from perfect grammar and onto clear communication. And finally, never forget that confidence is the secret sauce that makes your English sound so much better. This isn't just a learning trick, it's how effective professionals actually speak. And that's really it. We've talked about the why and the how, but now it's all up to you. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Now, what will you say with confidence?